Ribeye. Ribeye comes from the rib section of the cow and is known for its rich marbling. Those thin streaks of fat melt during cooking, giving the steak a juicy texture and deep beef flavor. It is one of the most popular cuts in steakhouses because it remains tender even when cooked to higher temperatures. Many people consider ribeye the benchmark for a classic steak experience. Sirloin. Sirloin is cut from the rear back portion of the animal and offers a balance between tenderness and flavor. It contains less fat than ribeye, making it a leaner option while still delivering a satisfying beef taste. Sirloin has long been a favorite for everyday grilling because it is usually more affordable than premium cuts without sacrificing quality. Tenderloin. Tenderloin comes from a muscle that does very little work during the animal's life. As a result, it is exceptionally tender and can often be cut with very little effort. The flavor is milder than fattier steaks, but its buttery texture has made it one of the most prized cuts in fine dining. Filet mignon is cut from this section. Filet mignon? Filet mignon is a small, thick steak taken from the narrow end of the tenderloin. It is famous for its softness rather than intense beef flavor. Because only a limited amount can be obtained from each animal, it is usually among the most expensive steaks available. Restaurants often serve it with sauces that complement its delicate taste. New York strip. New York strip comes from the short loin and offers a combination of tenderness and strong beef flavor. It has a firmer bite than tenderloin but remains easy to chew. The cut became especially popular in American steakhouses and is often chosen by people who want a balance between texture and richness. T-bone. T-bone steak is recognized by its distinctive T-shaped bone running through the center. On one side sits strip steak, while a portion of tenderloin rests on the other. This combination allows diners to enjoy two different textures and flavors in a single cut. The bone also contributes additional flavor during cooking. Porterhouse. Porterhouse resembles a T-bone, but contains a much larger section of tenderloin. Because of its size, it is often served as a sharing steak. Many steak enthusiasts consider it one of the most complete cuts because it combines the richness of strip steak with a generous portion of exceptionally tender meat. Flank steak. Flank steak comes from the abdominal muscles and is much leaner than many traditional steaks. It has a pronounced grain and a bold beef flavor. When sliced thinly across the grain after cooking, it becomes far more tender. It is commonly used in dishes such as fajitas and steak salads. Skirt steak. Skirt steak is a thin, flavorful cut taken from the diaphragm area. Its loose texture allows marinades to penetrate deeply, making it popular in many cuisines around the world. Although it can be chewy if overcooked, proper preparation rewards diners with intense beef flavor that stands out among steak cuts. Hanger steak. Hanger steak hangs between the rib and loin sections and was once considered a butcher's secret. Because there is only one per animal, it is relatively rare. The meat offers a rich, almost mineral-like flavor and a tender texture when cooked correctly. In recent years, it has gained popularity in restaurants seeking distinctive cuts. Flat iron steak. Flat iron steak is cut from the shoulder area and became widely available only after new butchering techniques were developed. It is surprisingly tender for a shoulder cut and delivers strong beef flavor at a lower price than premium steaks. Its versatility has made it a favorite for grilling and pan-searing. Tomahawk steak. Tomahawk steak is essentially a ribeye with a long rib bone left attached. The dramatic appearance has made it a centerpiece in many steakhouses and special occasions. While the meat itself is similar to a ribeye, the extended bone gives it a striking presentation that attracts attention before the first bite. Chuck eye steak. Chuck eye steak comes from the area near the rib section and is sometimes called the poor man's ribeye. It shares some of the same rich characteristics but is usually sold at a lower price. While slightly less tender, it provides excellent flavor and is often valued by people looking for quality without the premium cost. Denver steak. Denver steak is cut from the chuck and features impressive marbling for a shoulder-derived cut. Once overlooked, it became more popular as butchers discovered its tenderness and flavor potential. Today, it is appreciated for offering a juicy eating experience while remaining relatively affordable compared with luxury steaks. Round steak. Round steak comes from the rear leg of the cow, an area that gets plenty of exercise. This results in a lean and relatively firm texture. While it is less tender than many other steaks, it remains popular for recipes that involve marinating, slow cooking, or slicing thinly. Its lower fat content also appeals to those seeking a leaner option.